did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue. Yes, her words were distorted, but now we can cross, and then we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person. Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Put.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course...
Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Illusion shattered!
Body and mind.
There is no escape!
Adventure teamwork is dreamwork! Let me weave you a verse.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Witness the power of good. Everybody stand back!
Look! A four-leaf sigil has appeared in the sky!
There is no escape!
Kalpa, get them!
No, my sword!
Shine down!
Ring cutter!
Now you shall perish! Inazuma shines eternal!
You're toast!
Witness the power of Gugwa! Teamwork is dreamwork!
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction. Are we still...
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of... We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still in...
Huh? But everything's...
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions.
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
No. It seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time. Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this... the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukadeva, but the one standing over there is...
Is that... Are you... Greater Lord?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. We are manifestations of the same nature, hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're... of the same...
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukadevata. The real me has Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I... going to be a great Archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. When a branch grows into a mature tree...
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, it's also precisely why you won't become like me. But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone, along with the blessings from your past experience. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukadevata.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked for...
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here. Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my conscience, the pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago?
So what exactly is?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world. And a form of truth. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all... If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the god of...
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom.
It's truly the world's most amazing and...
Thank you. For a long time, though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul from the very beginning.
Oh no.
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden and there's no way for me to eliminate myself. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my...
Wait!
So you realize what that implies. You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this, but...
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500. How can we just... Is there really no other way?
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this...
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. Let the world complete. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I'm alright. We've just saved the world, right? So I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. But I feel very just now. We used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Irminsul conscious, then we removed the...
Yeah, what's wrong? We're...
that sound?
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our...
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
I left Sumeru, but even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of...
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you were in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as... You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of...
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the...
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than...
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standard. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to For example... Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that electro-gnosis.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like...
I'm merely... After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally,
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken... Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Teyvat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, do you dare to gamble such a
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word but this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle, and indeed, I can't ignore this possibility.
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this electro-gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbor. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't he...
Price? Interesting. What price would you have?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to Yes, how very interesting. Can I among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you...
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relation...
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone, besides with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision!
Sheer
You can't be
foolishness.
serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take the future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge strike. There won't be any further gaps for you to
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest. Another chess piece. And where is your dendro?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off... Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver... Oh. Judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god...
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to arrogant as that is, it has piqued...
Let me ask you. Have you, in all your mighty knowledge, ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat...
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the... Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to... With negotiations, we've all gotten what we want.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari can stop us from going... Come on, Traveler. looks like you're awake. Yep, yep.
I prepared some breakfast today.
It's nice to have you.
Well, now that I've recovered...
And Paimon Bedster.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. Oh, it's from Nilu. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyno's reinstatement as heroes of Sumeru. Please be sure to attend. I'll wait for...
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Everyone's aware of your ability.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar.
Oh, before...
Good morning. How do
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering.
Well, from the looks of it, you seem to be up...
It's fine. I'm not the Elazar
It seems once
Yes, but there are... The Withering is one example. Though
By the way... Huh? You mean...
he visited once, but he...
Then you probably already...
Celebration fee.
Huh?
Per...
Come to think of it, Cyno does... You and Kale are both...
Kala has taken over some... You see, some
Huh?
Well, technically speaking...
Huh?
Yes, he's the Lesser Lord Kusa. When they learned that As a result, work has...
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another time.
Ah, right!
You've recovered well.
Yay! Will do!
Well, there was...
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's effective.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon,
We got your letters, so here we are!
you're the best. The other guests...
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But
Look, I get it. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity. You have no idea how...
If you consider enjoying Nilu because Paimon...
That's right. Nilu is an absolute master Zube.
Nonsense. But...
Ooh.
There's always a lot going on.
yeah, Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if for some reason they didn't receive the letter?
Yeah, we can also check out how...
As for Cyno, I'm not too... As for Juniors...
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask... Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham?
Yes, it's... But you're all...
Oh? Who else?
Mr. Cave, don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip.
No way!
Ah.
Oh, Hatham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But
Just put down that worthless book and tell me.
This is not just some worthless.
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway.
Oh, you sound surprised.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe.
Well,
Huh?
oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kave.
Why do I feel like you don't really...
Huh. What makes you say that? Why?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you.
Oh, see? This...
It seemed.
Ha!
Well, then you might.
Are you threatening me? And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your.
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect.
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a.
Ha! And you think I'd
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's.
We're running some
What?
Nilu said she's...
If she addressed the letter, I've been busy these days.
Have you always been...
Of course not.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such.
Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Yes, at least. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia.
Huh? But why?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before... And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other...
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon...
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the which is exactly why he always has so many...
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast.
All right, I'll see you there.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dinnerzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've...
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanied...
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed...
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady.
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that her-
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard?
I want to take a risky job, and-
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever!
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have... I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru.
Well, I remember a friend had some...
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia. But
whoa! Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work at—
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually— because you're super amazing!
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because
Even if being a mercenary means facing all—
A lion has to return. I'm glad to hear you say— Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while—
Huh? But wait a sec.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire—
Oh,
She heard that you were—
Huh. My lady is—
Right.
So what it—
I bet the letter's at the reception desk.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never.
Sorry to make you two come all.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us.
Yes! She said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar. And will also.
Great!
I'll be sure to count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just.
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that.
All right.
The feast will be held.
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh!
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. Don't mention it.
All right. It's been a while since we last visited. Ah, there's Sino.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave. So now we're out.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still...
And Tanari is recovered.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Tainari has...
But why are you just standing here?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh.
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual, but you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert.
Roman! And...
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the...
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well.
Same here. Really.
Oh, tell it.
Yeah.
All right, well, I suppose I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar. But I have not completely given up on my relationship.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you...
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach.
Wow, so you want to become a...
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremite.
Yes. It's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can... That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms. The stars have always guided care.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting...
You deserve these compliments. Mercenary...
Sataria's idea will bring much good to...
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without... As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were lightning bolts. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the... Sataria...
Miss...
These words sparked something in me. And I knew that I had to bring something back to... I gathered up the courage to approach...
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with... My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to...
You're all doing so much for the...
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the air. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in...
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for science...
Apart from this, The Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. We must be persistent about this, and maintain—
This is the first. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful. I hope people.
Enough about us.
No, not at all. Neither wanted a celebration feast at the feast will also, although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon—
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of.
Tighnari was right. He really did.
This feast is for you, Sino.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lords.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if the message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. You and the art, please keep—
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete.
Got it.
Today's the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebrations come. Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to—
I'm here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very—
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks. And
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler just—
the food was specially prepared for you. Everyone that came said that—
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been a— and I'm happy to meet everyone.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like—
That's how I remember.
It's luck that, moreover.
Yeah. It was almost everyone
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was—
Yes! Even after being abandoned— Lesser Lord— This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is—
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali—
You could simply tell Lesser Lord—
I respect our— While we're on the—
Are you trying to say that?
Why? But seriously,
I did have my— If the rules of our—
By that, you—
Precisely.
Wait.
So, that's the—
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the person.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already
That's right.
Will you be happy with—
It's not about being happy.
Even so, Keep your spirit.
Thank you.
Ah, there you are. Well, how is it? It's the first. You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her. I can't explain.
The atmosphere here is good. I don't often have a lot to handle these days.
I seldom participate in such lively No, the Grandpa's that happy. Oh well.
My lady,
Yes, I also tried some fruit. What an amazing...
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody.
Hey, less of that.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once, of course. Just
It's me. You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Is it not convenient for you to do that? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff. What if I end up scaring them and ruining... Oh. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. Everyone!
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
Huh?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting.
No, of course not. Are you... Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the Traveler's body so that I could thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia. Without you, without any of you, I would have had you not helped me to resolve the crisis. Not only I, but Sumeru and even the people refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness. Please, allow me to present to you my...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and...
Dunyarzad, The suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set—
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have... Alright, she should be in the academia.
Hello, traveler. What a fantastic...
So are we.
Is there any... Are you sure? About your... While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
Yeah. Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat?
This is true in your case. Irminsul and... However, there must be something different about your sister. Because...
What?
There is only one possible explanation.
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this...
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey, but just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate, and whoever it is, if they can do that, who...
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes...
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a Descender?
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis. A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to the Traveler. You are Teyvat's fourth
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of...
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take...
Paimon's head...
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time soon. You'll also begin your journey anew. And I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future...
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just...